In the last class, we have studied gross domestic product (GDP) as a measure of development. Now we have per capita income as a measure of development. As you all know, per capita income is the income per head of population. This is the average income of the country. This is the average personal income of the country or the region. But surely this is not the individual income. This is just the average income of the people taken into consideration of GDP and population. This is surely measured by dividing national income represented by GDP or GNP divided by the population of the country. Then we will get the per capita income of the country. Then why do we measure per capita income? Per capita income is regularly measured by the nations to understand the economic prosperity of the country, economic status of the country. Economic prosperity cannot be deeply understood from GDP, as it shows only the size of the economy, but the strength of the economy and prosperity of the economy can be better revealed by per capita income. Similarly, this is also used to compare the economic status of the countries, just like GDP. The measurement of per capita income also enables the statewide comparison or district-wise comparison of the economic status. For example, we can compare the per capita income of Kerala with the per capita income of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is a state which has higher GDP than Kerala, but in terms of per capita income, Kerala has higher per capita income than Uttar Pradesh. So this kind of comparison can be made. The same can be applied to the nations also. So we can make comparison. We can compare the nation with higher per capita income, Qatar, with the per capita income of India. India's GDP is well above Qatar. Qatar is a small country, but Qatar is well above per capita above India in terms of per capita income. They are almost top in the list of countries by per capita income. So this kind of comparison can be made with per capita income. Just look at the diagram on the screen. You can see the GDP per capita GDP of some countries, including India and its neighboring countries, of per capita income of 1950 and 2010 in 1990 US dollar terms. While India, all nations were able to increase the per capita income significantly, but we can clearly understand that the growth of per capita income of China is well above all other nations in the list. So this kind of comparison can also be made with per capita income. Per capita income has so many advantages compared to gross domestic product, as per capita income is more useful than GDP in many respects. GDP shows nation's total income, nation's whole income. The per capita GDP is in fact the average income. So economic prosperity can be better identified from per capita income, not from gross domestic product. Only size of the economy, only market size can be understood from measuring GDP, but measurement of per capita income enables the countries, enables the people, enables the institutions to know the economic prosperity of the country. So we cannot make any judgment about the strength of the economy just by looking at GDP. For example, GDP of Uttar Pradesh is well above that of Kerala, but compared considering the per capita GDP, per capita income, Kerala's per capita income is well above that of Uttar Pradesh. That means GDP shows only the size of the market, GDP shows the size of the economy, per capita income shows the strength of the economy or prosperity of the economy or standard of living of the people in the country, as it is the average income of the nation. Similarly, increase in GDP or economic growth could happen just because of increase in population. When the population increases, number of people in the labor force will also increase, then the national income will surely grow as there is increase in labor force. So GDP, growth of GDP could happen just because of growth of population, but the same cannot be applied to per capita income. The growth of per capita income could happen only when there is increase in productivity, without which no uh, growth of per capita income could happen. So having said that, per capita income is not free from limitations. Just look at limitations of per capita income as measure of development. Per capita income is just the average income of the nation or region. So inequality cannot be measured by per capita income. Per capita income is just national income divided by population. Population includes even newborn baby. It doesn't reflect the true living condition of the country. For example, the per capita income of Kerala in 2018 is 1.75 lakh rupees in nominal terms. It doesn't represent, it is not everybody's income, it is just the average income of Kerala. Somebody might have no income in certain cases. So per capita income is just the average income. There will be some persons without no income, there will be some persons with the income having above average level or above the per capita income level. So it shows just the average income of the country or average income of the state. So just like GDP, per capita income also doesn't measure welfare. So the social welfare, socio-economic, social development or social welfare is not reflected in per capita income also, just like GDP. So having said that, despite of all these limitations and criticisms against the per capita income, the indicator of per capita income serves the purpose of a tool for measuring the economic strength of the nation, economic prosperity of the nation. So it could help the government for policy formulation. It could help the investors for making investment decision. It could help every person who are ready to do the business to make their business decision, and it guides the economic policies of the government. It guides the economic policies of the institutions, of the companies. Above all, the economic status, economic strength of the country is better revealed through per capita income than GDP. Thank you.